sanded down to the way I want them. And I'm going to use this doming tool here, doming block, I guess it's called, and a hammer. And I'm going to start by doming the copper and then the brass. Now I put it on this pad so it's not very loud, but it's still going to be loud. So I'll spare you listening to me do that, but I'm going to be doming every one of these copper discs, and I'm going to be doming every one of these brass discs, and then I'll be riveting them together. It makes very smooth domes. Actually, this one's the smooth one here. But what I like is I like a textured, rough, ancient look. So I'm going to use the chasing hammer, and I'm going to texture my domes. Let's see. So I might put them on here. Now this is a jeweler's anvil that I've got here, and my chasing hammer, and I'm just going to hammer it. And see, it makes it kind of textured, a little bit rough looking. Because I want this piece to look ancient and handmade, not machined and perfect. Alright. And they're ready to be riveted. So to rivet these, I'm going to have to punch holes. Now this is a slightly smaller hole puncher. The other one I used on the Mr. Owl was a little bit bigger, but this is a little bit smaller. Make a smaller hole, and I'm going to punch 3 holes in each one of my triskells, in between the spiral arms here. So every one of these is going to get punched 3 times. And I'm not going to bore you by showing you all that work, but I will sit and punch each of these 3 times. Last part. Now I'm going to have to punch holes in the copper part as well, which I've done 1 here. I usually do 1 hole at a time, because sometimes when you're hammering, it'll change the shape of this a little bit, and then the holes won't line up. So I wait. I'm just going to start with 1. Alright, so I'm going to rivet these. Now there's different ways to do riveting. One of the ways that I do is to use a head pin. Run it through there like that. Alright, and then I'm going to clip off the back. I'm going to cut it pretty close down here, and then I'm going to hammer it from the other side and kind of spread it out. Let's see. Right about there. Oh, there's a little piece. Alright. And put it down like that, and you can see it just kind of barely poking up right there.
Touch of fire, your hand of promise, poured in my heart. Now veiled black in silence, your touch of memory. Hand is missing, now it's gone from my life.
I finished the riveting, hole punching, doming. I've added a chain, the clasp, closure, and now I'm going to do one last thing. I am going to use silver black, and I am going to put a little coating on the surface of each of these. I'm going to use a Q-tip to do that. I believe this is also, yeah, it says contains hydrochloric acid. So this is also an acid skin irritant. So you don't want to be getting that on your hands. But I don't need to neutralize this with baking soda. I'm just going to put a very light coating on these. Then I'm going to pat them dry with a paper towel. And then I'm going to polish them with my little polishing cloth. And you can see how that comes out, and then I'll be done.
Why can't I feel you? Why aren't you holding me? The heart your hand once grasped brought life to my soul.
Point it right on those. It's recording. I know, it's fine. Alright, I'm going to put my blue gloves back on for this again because I just don't want to touch this stuff with my hands. And then I'm going to polish them up. And the reason that I use this on this particular necklace, I didn't use it on Hannah's Mr. Owl, but I just kind of want an aged, old look to this. Make it look like it's been in the bogs for a while, huh? So it helps bring the design out. So there it is. It's all finished. And there's Mr. Owl. Hey, Mr. Owl.